Hola muchachos, welcome to the Visio. So today, we're going to be talking about One Punch Man, and we're going to find out once and for all if his workout really works. So muchacho, if you're not familiar with the anime One Punch Man, it revolves around a character named Saitama, who started out like just a regular guy that was in search of a job, but then instead found his calling to become a hero. Yet, unlike other anime heroes that seem to enjoy the thrill of the chase, for Saitama, after 3 years in the field of saving the day, the passion and fire he had in his eyes transformed into boredom and hair loss. Now, to be fair, I actually totally understand Saitama's newfound attitude because he became so powerful that he was able to destroy all his enemies with just one punch. And you guys may be wondering, how on earth did he become so strong in the first place? Well, it's very simple, because all he did was
100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and 100 squats. Then a 10-kilometer run.
Oh, hell nah. I am definitely skipping that one.
Do it every single day!
Now on paper, a routine like this may look like it's very simple to follow, but could something like this actually help us become superhuman strong? And to really find out the truth, we need to dig in deeper into the real secret behind his godly power, the limit breaker. So in the anime, every character has a barrier that limits their growth called the limiter. And the only way for them to break it and unleash their true potential is to push their minds and bodies to the edge of death repeatedly. Now, this is actually very similar to a principle in fitness called progressive overload, because usually the closer you train to failure over time, the stronger you're going to get. But this is also one of the biggest problems with Saitama's original workouts, because in the beginning, when you're very new, this may be very challenging. But eventually, you're gonna find out that it gets way too easy. This therefore means that at some point, you're gonna get so strong that you're gonna be able to perform all the exercises for over 15 reps per set, which is exceptional if you want to get crazy endurance, but not so much if you want to build insane strength like Saitama. But lucky for us, we can actually just sidestep this problem by just using harder progressions. So, by using harder progressions of the exercises, this will allow us to train close to failure within the low to moderate rep range, which is exceptional for strength gains. But another crazy technique that Saitama used to strengthen his mind was his lack of AC during the summer and heating during the winter. Now to me, this was extremely smart because when you don't use air conditioning, this allows you to save some moolah, which you can later reinvest back into yourself by buying rings. So rings are a great investment because they are cheap, they open up the door to even more progressions, and they can make our workouts way more challenging due to the instability. Plus, Saitama desperately needed a pair because if you take a closer look in the anime, you will notice that none of the muchachas gave him any choosing signals.
And even if you were invited, a polite person would decline. The nerve. You're probably just here to get close to us Class S heroes. You disgust me. Get lost.
To me, this makes total sense because from my observations, his lack of a love interest all comes down to the fact that he forgot to do his rose for the hose. So another big problem with Saitama's workouts was the fact that it was very unbalanced because a lot of the exercises he used mainly worked the muscles in the front of the body, which is a great recipe for injury and bad posture. But lucky for us, with some rings, you can easily add in some rows into the routine to work out your back muscles and balance things out. And since we're making all these changes, we also need to address the 10-kilometer run. Now, this is probably the hardest part of the entire workout, and ironically, the most useless. Because once again, if we take a closer look at how Saitama really performed, you will notice that he never really used his endurance, and instead was a lot more explosive and did a lot of starts and stops. But when you do a 10K run, this is more steady state cardio. Therefore, it definitely makes more sense for us to swap this out and replace it with some interval training with movements like burpees, mountain climbers, or something more fun like pike handstand runs. So muchachos, by doing moves like these and alternating between periods of work and rest, this will allow us to mimic more closely what might happen if we really fight a monster. Plus, according to scientific research, doing interval training seems to be a lot more effective for increasing our explosiveness and endurance when compared to steady state cardio. Now, I have to admit, the original Saitama workout can be pretty challenging, but it definitely has its flaws. And by making some little changes, we can definitely make it better. But what will happen if we chose to do this new modified workout every single day?
Yes. Today looks like a great day to become a hero. Come with me if you want to live. Let's go. No pain, no gain, man. How does Saitama do it? I just don't understand.
So one of the biggest things that I loved about Saitama was the fact that this was a man with pure determination. I mean, he was able to push himself through the pain every single day in order to reach his goal of becoming a hero. But we have to remember one key factor. He's a cartoon. Look, in real life, if you were to train hard every single day, instead of improving, you're probably gonna actually get worse. And this is because in order for you to see real improvements, you need to also rest. Therefore, you only need to do the new modified Saitama workout about 3 to 4 times per week. Now this is perfecto because this is just enough frequency to allow us to train hard and also rest hard. Plus, it will help us develop one of the biggest habits needed to become a superhero: consistency. Because remember muchachos, it took Saitama about 3 years of hard training before he could actually unleash his godly power. Therefore, if we want to have any chance of achieving the same thing, we need to make sure that our workouts are structured in such a way that they're fun, realistic, and also sustainable for the long run. So if you'd like to check out my version of the Saitama workout, you can go ahead and try it out on my workout app using the link in the description box below. So muchachos, I'm sure by now you've probably realized that the original One Punch Man workout was absolutely ridiculous. But if there's anything I could definitely learn from Saitama, it's the fact that there's a hero in every single one of us. And with a sound approach, we all have a chance to unleash our true potential, especially if we strive to improve each and every single day, even if it's just a little bit. Kaizen. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.